We hope you enjoy this production of Death, Dreams, and Other Backstage Disasters from Rachel Lawson's The Magician series.
Dreams are never what they seem. The mind is the greatest illusionist. You can never trust it completely. It creates delusions and illusions. We call them dreams. Nothing is real when you split it at the seams. Every dream is more complicated than they appear. If you think you know what a dream is, you are only dreaming. Some see omens in dreams. Others see it as the mind's way of sorting a day, as it cleans itself out. It streams to the dreamer's mind. Dreams can scare or enchant the sleeper, leading them into a sense of security or terror, without knowing why or how it happens. Dreams are stranger than they seem. What they truly are, no one knows but the mind.
Sang a tall, handsome, raven-haired man in a black tux on a stage somewhere in Melbourne, Australia. While he sang, another man who looked similar stood, yawning, watching the singer, who was another performer, waiting his turn. "The Sandman's good. He's putting me to sleep," Fred Alexander moaned. "Sandy's performance is great. You're just tired," the son of Fred, who was a friend of Sandy Lance, accused. "Front of house, send a coffee back to the wings. Stage left, Frederick the Great needs a coffee." Dante Drax, the stage manager, said into a mic on a radio. Frederick the Great was the stage name of Fred, a professional stage illusionist. "I can't drink coffee now. It makes me pee," moaned Fred. Not long later, the gopher of the director wandered in with hot coffee for Fred and left it. "You must drink it, Fred," said Dante. "I can't," moaned Fred. "You have to, and must," said Dante, handing over the coffee to Fred, who didn't want it. "It's too hot to drink," Fred moaned. "Drink it. You're just making excuses not to drink it," Dante said firmly. "But," Fred said, huffed, and drank it. "See, that wasn't hard," Dante said. "It burned me. I won't be able to sing," moaned Fred. "Quit moaning, Dad," Fred heard Lance say telepathically. They were really sorcerers, not illusionists. Fred glared at his son. A woman walked out of the dressing rooms, and Fred brightened up. "Hello, Anna. They made me drink coffee," Fred said, accusingly pointing at the mug. "Oh no, that's not good. It makes you need to go to the loo," Anna, Fred's secret wife, said sympathetically. "See?" Fred said joyfully. The light fades out on the stage, and the stage curtains close. Sandy walked off into the wings where they were. "How was I?" asked Sandy. "You were great," said Lance. Fred yawned, making Sandy yawn. "Excuse me," Sandy said, stifling the yawn. "It's all right," said Anna politely. Then she walked onto the dark stage and the curtains opened, and Anna started to sing.
I'm going out of my mind and into your dreams. I'll see you in your dreams, my love. I'll see you in my dreams too, my love. We can live forever in our dreams. We will never die in our dream world. Nothing can stop us in our dreams. We can dance on together in our dreamscape, never to fall or lose each other in our dreams. No, I'm not going out of my mind. But we can see each other in our dreams. Oh, we can dream together in our dreams. We can live forever in our dreams. I'll see you later in our dreams.
Fred watched Anna sing as if he were worshipping an angel. Lance, who had a weak stomach when it came to seeing his stepmother and his father showing their love for each other, threw up on Fred, who was next to him. "Thanks a lot, boy. I needed that." "My suit was too plain," moaned Fred, making the vomit disappear with magic. "Amateurs," Fred scoffed, turned, and walked away from him to go on stage to sing. "I'm as professional as you are, you grouch," hissed back Lance. Watching his father sing about love, he felt a little green.
Awakens the dreamer to a new world. The wise man before love has awakened him to love. He scoffs at the acts and thoughts of lovers throughout history. He would hesitate at self-sacrifice for another, but under love's influence, he would die for a smile from the one he loves. Love has its charms and powers. It defeats the mighty. It makes fools of us all. Love is intoxicating. It can make a drunk of a sober or destroy them. With a love is the greatest conqueror. Oh, fall to love.
Anna stood watching Fred, enchanted by the song, the man, and his voice. Lance's stomach was threatening an encore, so he looked away from them. When the curtains closed, Fred ran off stage like a desperate man. "Are you all right, Fred?" asked Dante, concerned. "I have to go to the little wizard's room," Fred said, panicking. "You're on next," said Dante. "I'm just a backing singer, you don't need me," Fred said. "This is unprofessional," said Dante. "My bladder isn't professional," said Fred. "I'm sorry you can't," said Dante. "Deal with it," hissed Fred, running away to the closest toilet he could find. "Okay, on stage with the rest of you," said Dante. Lance was the lead singer. Sandy and Anna went on stage alone as backing singers. The curtains opened, the music started, and Lance sang.
Waits for no man. Death cares not for women. Death dotes not over the young or old. Death cares not for gallantry. Death cares not for gallantry. Death is never kind. Death ignores rank and wealth. Death cannot be bribed. Death cannot be bribed. Death never gambles. He leaves that to us. He leaves that to us. Death bides his time well. Death comes swiftly when the time is right or wrong to take his victims. To take his victims. Take his victims. He takes us all. He takes us all. He waits for all. One day he'll come for you.
"How was I?" asked Lance, seeing his father waiting on stage back from the toilet and changed for the next scene. "You killed it," Fred hissed back, who didn't approve of his son at the best of times. At the worst of times, his son was a killer, an avenging angel killer, and the angel of death, literally. "Go to hell," Lance replied to Fred, the secret king of the Grim Reapers. Fred scowled, knowing he meant it. Fred, who was dressed as a Grim Reaper, lifted his skirt and walked away from his son to wait for Anna, who was changing into her costume from the next song. A duet with him and Anna. She returned with her long hair down in a long Victorian woman's nightie. Fred reached out to her and said, "Come with me, my dear." She took his hand and walked on the dark stage with him. She lies on a bed on the stage and pretends to sleep. The curtains open, the lights go on, and the music starts.
As you mortals live, you exist in your little mortal world till death I give. You dwell in life on days bittersweet, knowing that one day we'll meet. You dwell on the little things which will one day while I wait for you, my begotten. You fear me, and yet you fear lying alone in oblivion. Yes, I'm talking to you, hear me, Vivian. Don't turn away from me, it is the truth. Do I need give you proof?
disappearing. Death replied.
This world is a memory, and like as time passes. The center of this region, we are shall leave you now, Vivian.
I fear now. I am truly lost and alone in hell. Forever here shall I fade, be forgotten, and dwell.
The lights fade out to black and the curtains close. Fred took her hand and led her off stage. He kisses her hand. Fred and Anna leave to change for the last song. Dante looks suspiciously at Fred for the kiss. Fred and Anna return to the wing where Lance and Sandy waited. "What took you two so long?" Dante demanded. "We were changing," said Fred nervously. "Yes," Anna says too quickly. Lance looked green. "Whatever you were doing, you have to get back on the stage," Dante hissed accusingly. Fred strolled onto the darkened stage to sing the lead in a smart tuxedo suit. The others join him to sing as an ensemble. He knelt by the prop grave, the lights went on, and the song started.
Shall I see your face in this world? I am lost and alone. I miss your smile. You are lost to the world, sleeping in the eternal sleep of death. In your cold grave, I kneel by your grave. I feel nearer to you, even though we are far from each other. Between us are life and death, the furthest distance in space and time. I reach in my dreams to see you, to hear your voice again. I reach out to you in my dreams, only to have you disappear like a wisp in the wind. You disappear to return to me
The music died, the lights faded out, and the curtains slowly closed as the audience clapped and cheered, and the sound died away to silence.